Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to your Wallops weather briefing for Thursday, October 26th. We're seeing some partly to mostly cloudy skies out there this morning, along with some seasonable temperatures and dry conditions, and we do anticipate this to continue as we go into the weekend before we get our next weather maker coming on Sunday. Taking a look at our conditions across the region yesterday, we saw very similar conditions for all locations across the mid-Atlantic. A very seasonable day yesterday for all locations with highs in the mid-60s. The warm spot was only at 68 degrees in Norfolk. This morning we did see temperatures fairly seasonable as well, perhaps a degree or two below. So it was a pretty chilly morning, temperatures in the mid-40s for most locations. As of this morning, we are seeing temperatures near 50 degrees as of 9 a.m. under mostly cloudy skies across the mid-Atlantic. Taking a look at our sounding from this morning, we are seeing, we did see that trough axis pass across the region earlier this morning, and that is reflected from the wind shifts on this sounding here. We have northwesterly winds at the surface up to 3,000 feet. We did see the strongest winds just above the surface at just below 30 knots at that 1,000 foot level. And then between 6,000 and 9,000 feet, those winds are shifting westerly around 15 to 20 knots. Then shifting southwesterly between 12 and 20,000 feet around 20 knots. And then we are seeing that jet from the south as that trough was just exiting east of the area at 64 knots. We are seeing a freezing level this morning rather low compared to what we have been seeing the past few mornings at just below 6,000 feet. Taking a look at our surface analysis, we see a low pressure system above the northeast, and that is still the lingering system that brought us that rain and wind from the other day, and that is still giving some rainy, windy conditions across the New England area. As we have high pressure building across the mid-Atlantic this afternoon, we are going to see winds become just slightly breezy. Still expecting them to remain under wind advisory levels, but can't expect those winds to gust around 20 knots at times early this afternoon. You can see a large low pressure above the northern plains this morning, and that is going to be migrating across the country and giving us quite a bit of rain and wind on Sunday as a deep trough develops across the eastern United States. Taking a look at our satellite and radar loop this morning, like I said, we did see that upper level trough axis pass this morning, and that those steep lapse rates due to the upper level colder temperatures did promote the development of some showers and thunderstorms near the mouth of the Chesapeake, but we do anticipate any shower activity to remain well south and east of the area, as we were just expecting partly to mostly cloudy skies today as the drier, cooler air mass continues to filter into the region. So taking a look at our forecast charts, we are going to continue to see high pressure building in today. Like I said, a little bit of tightening of that pressure gradient over us will cause some slightly breezy winds this afternoon, gusting to around 20 knots. And then that high pressure is going to continue to build eastward over our area. And by tonight, it should build just south of the region. And it's going to give us some fairly weak winds as we go into tonight. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, those winds are going to become very light for the AM hours of Friday, as well as giving us clear to mostly clear skies. By the time we go into Friday afternoon, that high is going to shift to just east of the area, and that is going to return a southerly flow to the area, helping to slowly increase temperatures yet again, as well as bringing more moisture into the region. You can see that front well off to the west that is going to be approaching the area, and that is going to be our next weather system impacting the area on Sunday. By Saturday afternoon, that we will start to see clouds increase ahead of that frontal system, and that front does look like it's going to pick up some good tropical moisture associated with a tropical disturbance across the southern Gulf of Mexico. And that is going to be riding along this front, and that is going to help give us, not only give us some decent heavy rain, but it is also going to help to promote the development of a surface low along this front. There has been some model inconsistency on the strength and location of where this surface low will develop, but there is a fairly good chance it's going to develop off of Cape Hatteras, just east of the area. And if it does do that, we could be looking at some rather gusty winds on Sunday, as well as some periods of heavy rain. Can't rule out some wind gusts to 40 to 45 miles per hour at times for our Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at our weather hazards for today, we are green across the board. It's going to be a dry but chilly day today, only expecting a high around 62 degrees, with winds from the northwest peaking out around 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 21 knots early this afternoon, and then becoming light and variable by the time we get into the start of the workday tomorrow. Taking a look at our terminal forecast today, we are going to be seeing a scatter to perhaps broken deck today near the 3,000 foot level. We are seeing some clouds near that 6,000 foot level as well, and some mid-level clouds at 11,000 feet, as well as some 20,000 feet, broken deck near 20,000 feet, and that does look to be the case for much of today. As we go into late this afternoon, we are going to start to see those clouds clear the area, becoming mostly clear, only expecting a few near the 4,000 or 5,000 foot level, and then some cirrus clouds at the upper levels, and that's going to be the case through the overnight, and then we will continue to see mostly clear skies as we go into tomorrow morning. Taking a look at our conditions for Friday, we're going to look at mostly sunny skies. Like I had said, it's going to be another seasonable day, high of 67. Friday night is going to be mostly clear and mild. We are going to see a warmer low as 50 degrees as we see those winds shift more southerly as the high pressure system shifts off to the east. And on Saturday, we're going to start off the day mostly clear yet again, but we are going to see the clouds quickly increase as we go into the late afternoon hours ahead of that frontal system. It is going to be a rather warm day for this time of year across the area Saturday, with a high of 72 as we have that strong southerly flow ahead of that front. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast here. They're going to be seasonable the next couple days, with highs in the mid-60s and the lows in the 40s. Saturday, we're going to see that air mass really warm up ahead of that frontal system, with a high of 72 expected. And then Sunday, it does look like it's going to be raining throughout the entire day. You can expect rain to start in the early to mid-morning hours, and as well as some gusty winds, but we do anticipate the strongest winds to occur in the afternoon and evening as that low really starts to ramp up just east of the area. That system is going to be quick to move out of the area, though, as it will migrate northeast, and we are going to be seeing just some partly cloudy skies on Monday behind that front. We will see possibly some gusty winds still continuing early Monday morning, but those winds should quickly diminish as we go into the late morning hours for Monday, and with a seasonable temperature of 63 degrees expected. And then we're going to be looking at just a seasonable week ahead as high pressure builds over the mid-Atlantic, with temperatures in the mid-60s and our lows in the mid to upper 40s. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. for your daily operations brief, and at 10 a.m. for your full weather briefing. Have a great day.